What's up, guys? Maritime Spook here, and just here. There we go. There's been a video, guys, that I wanted to do for a while, and I'm going to get it pumped out today because I was given approval to do so, and it was something that I was waiting on to have a further talk with Derek, the brains and the brawn from Triple X Knives, and we went over some stuff last night, and I was able to basically figure out a way to do this without divulging a whole bunch of stuff and confusing anybody that was looking for anything down the road from Triple X. So what it is today, guys, I've got two knives here, and they've got new sheaths. You can see here, very beautifully done sheath there with dangler style Ferro Rod Loop, and very, very thick welted leather drainage hole, and it's riveted in there, not stitched, and we'll get to that in a minute. And a smaller one that is a more classic type size sheath with a very immaculate knife in it. Now, a little disclaimer before I get into this, guys. These two particular knives are not currently that are on the website, and not really currently for sale. These are both ones that have been given great consideration and are most likely going to be knives that are going to be put on in the future, but there's just some kind of retooling going on. They're going to be kind of doing away with a couple knife models, and then that way they can add a couple more knife models to their repertoire. And basically there's also a collaboration with another YouTuber, but I'll let him share that with you when it's his time to do so. And also I'm in the works for getting the knife made here after a little bit. So there's some really cool stuff going on I want to share, but I just wanted to let you know that these two knives, even though I will show them to you, aren't for sale, but I just want to show you the sheaths, and with doing so it's easier to show you the knife as well. And we'll do a quick little sort of teaser look at the knives, because they are absolutely hands down two of the best knives I've ever handled and ever seen in my life. So the first sheath we'll get to, guys, this more size sheath, like I say, very thick welted leather. And instead of having stitching here, this is a decision between Derek and his leathersmith, is that stitching's okay, but sometimes they will eventually loosen up on you, and you can fray them. I had a sheath that I had before that I carried quite often, and the bottom started undoing with some of the plates and some of the stitching that was in there. Now, that was somewhat of a design flaw, but it's also the fact that those can catch on stuff. So really the need for them isn't really 100% there, and that's been proven to me right here by how thick these are. And I've been carrying this knife at least a few times a week, guys, for since the summer. And there's only a couple little dings in the leather, and that was my own just wear and tear. There's a Triple X logo there, but like I said, they didn't stitch it. These are all these rivet type standoffs, so you can actually use these for latching. You could put a hanger around there and wear this a different way, because I'll tell you right now, guys, the retention on these, this isn't a Kydex sheath. This is a leather sheath that's formed in. This is not going to come off. Now, I'll show you the retention on the coming in and out. You can see that quick jerk at the end. It's because at the top it's formed around perfectly to this knife. So you put it in, and it takes quite a bit of force with your finger just to get that in there. And then it goes in, and then you've got a very good retention, as I said, in there. So absolutely perfect. And this was all on its own. I didn't have to wet form this. I didn't have to do anything. That was just put the knife in the sheath and wear it, and then it'll end up like this. So absolutely perfect. Didn't have to work on it, and very ruggedly made and very high quality sheath. You got a drainage hole there, and the rivets. Like I say, it's a dangler style, but if you don't like a dangler, guys, you can take this off and just wear it through your belt with the normal loop. And I'm sure these will fit other, that's the thing, guys, when you buy a knife, the sheath will fit other knives. but I mean, this will be exclusively for this one. But I mean, I could wear, you can wear other knives in either one of these sheaths I'm going to show you, but these fits the knives that came with it perfect. And I mean, that's just pulling, that's perfect retention, guys. Absolutely beautifully done. So that's the first one, and just a little quick teaser shot, because I said I would do it, of each knife. This thing is absolutely immaculate, and this will be most likely a XXX design that may come up eventually. So that's that one in that sheath. Perfect. The second one is more your kind of what you would call standard sort of bushcraft sheath that a lot of people like. It's got the ferrocerium rod holder here. Same, once again, not stitched, riveted together. Had this one for months. Once again, nothing's loose in here. Very tight in there, very thick welt. Drainage hole. You got the XXX logo there on the back. It's got another really cool like fern looking thing there that I think is just awesome how they did that. So just very, very nicely done. And this is also a dangler style. Ferrocerium, ferrocerium holder. If you don't want to carry a ferrocerium rod in there, you can take the ferrocerium out, and then you can run a cord through here and have it dangling down your side, or different setups. You know, that's just, it could be an attachment point as well as your fire steel loop. I've been wearing this down in here like so. Take a piece of shock cord and just fit it over. And I've carried this knife more than pretty much any other knife I own, and I've never had this lost or anything like that. And it actually fits exactly perfect with the dangler system, where it sits on your side. It's just easy to get at and just really nicely well made. Once again, with the retention on this one, well, first off, yeah, that ain't gonna come out. Right at the end, that little pull, because usually of the choily part here, you can see, fit this knife absolutely perfect. This is a larger knife. Give you a little teaser shot of this one with the double lanyard holes, and this here is immaculate. And I believe I named this one last night, but we'll get to it when I'm allowed to talk more about it, when it's something that's for sure in the works. But I believe this has a name, and it's an immaculate knife, guys. And you want to talk about tough, and there's a reason for that. And if you were to own one of these knives when they come up, you would be owning a knife that is unlike any other knife on earth. We'll just put it that way, and that's most I'm going to go into detail with. But retention wise, same thing as the other sheath I showed you. Absolutely perfect, and she ain't coming out. The same thing, drainage hole, very thick welted leather, and once again, not stitched but riveted. Not a problem whatsoever at all with that. You know, not a movement in the rivet area, or not a movement in the weld area, anything, no holes, no nothing. Just immaculate sheath. So like I said, guys, this is just something I want to show you, because a lot of people at first had dogged on the XXX knife sheaths that they had got from before. Now, I will say this right now, if you have a knife from before, guys, they're not just going to send you another sheath, because these are done basically one at a time for each knife, so they'll fit perfect. So, I mean, you can't just go back and say, you know, I want another sheath, this and that. I don't think that's how that will work at all. And like I said, guys, they got some such cool products. You're probably going to want to pick up one of the knives that they're going to be making soon as it is. So just wanted to show you a couple of these, guys. These are absolutely immaculate, and a new thing for XXX. And a couple new knife models that will be coming out, and some other really cool knife models that will be coming out. So I just want to show you that, guys. Excuse me for a second. And take her easy, guys, and buy yourself some XXX, and have a good holiday. Keep your stick on the ice, fellas and girls.